Hi traders, how can we determine when we're trading a trend, at what point, for example, if we're in an uptrend, how high does it need to be before we might consider maybe I'll stop buying up here because it could be too expensive? Or conversely, if we're in a strong downtrend, at what point am I going to stop taking short trades because I'm selling down at a really low price, okay? So what I'm going to show you today is two ways that I'll use in conjunction with each other. So number one, support and resistance. So if we're up at a weekly or monthly level of resistance or at the top or bottom of a range, then I might use that as to start to ask myself the question, okay? Do I really want to be buying into this weekly or monthly level of resistance, the roof? Or conversely, do I want to be selling into a historical level of weekly support or monthly support? Okay, yes, you could do that, but what I want to do is combine for a confirmation. So today we're going to use the Bollinger Bands, so on the same time frame. So we're using weekly and monthly levels. So let's take a look for two reasons. I want to show you how this works, and I want to give you a historical example of how it has worked recently. More importantly, it's happening right now. Okay, so we're looking at a real-time example on this US dollar. So first of all, let's take a look at the euro dollar. Okay, so you'll see on this euro dollar, the euro dollar got all the way down to a monthly level of support down around this 102, 101 level. Okay, and that was definitely a level, if you look at the monthly chart, that could have been an area where we might want to keep selling into it, okay? The second thing is it coincided with right down near the monthly and the weekly level of the Bollinger Band. The Bollinger Band, folks, it's designed to give us an indication of where prices are overbought or when they're, in this case, oversold. And you can see when those two elements combined, we did get a correction. In fact, we've had a massive correction. So you'll see this euro dollar, it shot all the way back up. Where is it now? Last week it got up to 109, okay? Where is the 109? Well, that's filling in a weekly and monthly level of previous resistance, all right? And all these imbalances got filled at this 109 level. What else is it? Well, it's right at the top of the weekly Bollinger Band as well. So my question was last week, do I really want to keep buying this sudden rise or corrective phase into this level? And as you can see last week, from that exact level, we have had a bit of a correction. Okay, the question is, do I need if I am long, I need a significant pullback here to look for opportunities for support to be formed to buy in. So you can see if you're choosing to go long up here, you can just simply use the Bollinger Band and your weekly or monthly level of resistance or the roof. When they combine, that could just be a guide for you to say, well, not necessarily to say reversal, but to necessarily say, do I really want to buy into that? Is that a big enough deterrent? Okay, and confirmation. Let's take a look at the pound dollar. So let's have a look at the cable. So the cable, you'll see, looking at the Bollinger Band, price basically sold off all the way down to the monthly support levels, okay? And it also happened to be the bottom of the Bollinger Band. Both were combining at a level where, yes, the trend was down, but we start to think, do I really want to sell into both of these two signs? Now, it may very well be it continued to break that, but what I'm looking at is saying, if I'm a trend trader, at what point do I try to determine where a trend might be potentially exhausted? Because remember, if we get a correction, we can always start selling that correction on the downside. So right now we're in a similar scenario as the euro dollar. Price has now rallied all the way up to around 130. And if you look at it last week, it got right up to the top end, okay, of that Bollinger Band, the overbought side, coinciding with weekly resistance. So these are the combos: weekly resistance and weekly Bollinger Band top, as well as weekly support or monthly support, Bollinger Band bottom. When these two things occur, you could use them as a guide to say, maybe I'll stay out of trading this trend. Maybe this trend could be due for a correction and might be really overbought or really oversold.